The Garden of Eden was alive with the hum of nature, birds singing, rivers whispering as they flowed, and leaves dancing under the golden sun. Eden was perfect. Adam and Eve walked in peace, their hearts light and unburdened, knowing only the warmth of God's presence. But lurking among the beauty was something unseen, a darkness, a whisper of rebellion. One afternoon, Eve wandered near the center of the garden, her fingers grazing the vibrant leaves of the forbidden tree. The fruit gleamed, more tempting than anything she had ever seen. She had passed this tree many times, yet today, something felt different. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? A voice slithered through the air, smooth and knowing. Eve turned sharply. A serpent, its eyes sharp with intelligence, curled around a low branch, watching her. She hesitated. God had said, "We may eat from the trees in the garden," Eve said slowly. But God commanded that we must not eat or touch this particular tree in the middle of the garden, or we will die. A slow hiss escaped the serpent, like laughter. "You will not certainly die," it said, its voice dripping with certainty. God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like Him, knowing good and evil. Eve's breath caught. Could this be true? A strange excitement and curiosity swirled inside her. The fruit no longer seemed dangerous. It seemed desirable, powerful. She reached up. Her fingers brushed the fruit, then grasped it. For a moment, she hesitated. Was she making a mistake? Then she took a bite. The moment the fruit passed her lips, something changed. A shiver ran through her body, not of cold, but of something unfamiliar. A sense of loss. A weight settled on her heart, like a veil being lifted from her eyes. She turned and saw Adam watching her, his eyes filled with uncertainty. She extended the fruit to him, her heart pounding. "Taste it, Adam. It's good, and it opens your eyes." Adam hesitated, but looking into Eve's pleading eyes, he took the fruit and ate. Then, like a storm breaking the stillness, everything changed. For the first time, they saw themselves as they were, exposed, vulnerable, ashamed. They scrambled to cover themselves with leaves, suddenly aware of their nakedness. The garden no longer felt like home. It felt vast and unwelcoming. Then they heard it, the sound of footsteps. God was walking in the garden. A terrible fear gripped them. What would He say? What would He do? They ran, hiding behind the trees, their hearts pounding in terror. "Adam, where are you?" The voice was gentle but firm. Adam swallowed hard, stepping forward from the shadows. "I heard you in the garden," he said, his voice trembling. "And I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God's gaze seemed to pierce through Adam's soul. "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam's eyes darted to Eve. "The woman you put here with me, she gave me the fruit, and I ate." Eve looked away, guilt gnawing at her. "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." God's voice was filled with sorrow. He turned to the serpent. "Because you have done this, you are cursed." To Eve he said, "You will bear great pain in childbirth, and your desire will be for your husband, but he will rule over you." To Adam he declared, "Because you listened and ate, the ground is cursed. You will toil and struggle all your days." And then, the greatest heartbreak of all, banishment. Adam and Eve watched in devastation as God placed cherubim and a flaming sword at the entrance of the garden, blocking the way to the tree of life. They had lost Eden. But even in their punishment, there was a whisper of hope. God clothed them in garments of animal skin, a sign of His mercy, a promise that redemption would come. As Adam and Eve stepped into the unknown, burdened with regret, they clung to the only truth left. God had not abandoned them, and He never would. The fall was not the end. It was the beginning of a greater redemption.